Live from the Carl Chevrolet Studios in West Des Moines, this is Iowa Live.
Welcome back to Iowa Live, everybody. Look who is here. It is Caitlyn Farron, the corporate dietitian for Fareway Meat and Grocery.
Yes,
Great to see you here as we are getting set to celebrate Porktober.
Porktober, I love it.
All month long, and
Yep.
really Fareway is the place to go for pork because it always seems like they have it on sale, which is a great thing.
We do, yes, absolutely.
All right, so what are we talking about here today? Because this looks delicious.
Yes, so this recipe came from our friends at the Pork Producers.
Oh, perfect.
And we're actually using a pork shoulder roast today. Now, this comes from the shoulder of the hog, so it is kind of one of those moving muscles. And whenever you're using one of those hard-working muscles, you want to cook low and slow. That's going to break down kind of that connective tissue. It's going to make it nice and tender. So we're cooking this one low and slow today.
All right, so this is the one with the net that you have.
This does have a net around it, and I like to leave the net on because I think it helps keep it together.
Good.
Keeps those juices in there. So I'm going to we're going to do a spice rub for this.
Okay.
Now this is always in the freezer pulled pork. Very simple. We're going to cook it in this slow cooker, and then we've got a lot of stuff we can make with this.
Okay.
So a very simple spice rub. If you want to mix this up
I will mix it up. Here we go. Okay, let's start. It looks delicious, first of all, just the way it is here. So what are we adding first?
So we've got, this is chili powder.
Chili powder. Okay.
We've got garlic powder.
Garlic powder. Here we go.
And salt, of course.
Salt.
We've got paprika, primarily for
No,
color.
you have to use all the salt?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
We've got a lot of meat here.
Okay.
And then brown sugar, and that's going to kind of balance it out. So we've got the sweet, we've got the savory. Now this
Brown
roast
sugar.
can really hold up to a lot of different flavors. So get creative, you know.
Okay. And
You can't mess it up, I promise.
all right, so we throw some stuff in there. So we got that all mixed up here.
Yep.
Now we're going to take the roast.
I'm going to go ahead and put it in. Well, here, do you want to do the spice on there?
Oh, we're going to put the spice on there or put it on?
Let's do it in the crock pot
Okay,
so
just
we
slide
don't
it in.
make a mess on your
Got it.
set here.
Okay.
Then we're going to do the spice mixture.
Okay, so
go
then
ahead and just sprinkle that
on top of there. All right, so we're going to dump it on top of here. All of it goes in.
Yep.
So,
And I like to do a little liquid just to create some steam to help kind of soften it up even more.
All right.
And
what are we going to use for a liquid then?
You could do stock, broth, you could do water. I happen to have ginger beer, so we're going to try that out.
And it's great to be creative.
Yeah,
like that,
I
isn't it?
said,
Okay.
you can't mess this up.
Now,
If
do
you-
you want to wet the
I try to go around the side.
outside?
Just to,
Let
so
the
we-
steam do the work. Okay.
Yep.
All right, so we have that in it. And that was about a half a can
Yeah,
or so? Okay.
exactly.
All right.
Just enough to kind of get a little liquid on the base. Now we're going to do this low and slow, like I said. So low for 6 to 10 hours if you've got
Okay.
it. And then you're going to shred it up. Now, I got a tip for you.
All right.
When I shred, I like to actually get my hand mixer in there and just mix it a little with the
Seriously?
hand mixer. I think it's easier than doing the 2 forks, but
All right.
it will be tender enough. You should be able to do the 2
All right.
forks.
So we take the mixer in there, we mix it all up, and
Yep.
so what do we end up with then?
And then you can, you've got lots of stuff you can do with it. So this is the sandwich here that I made, but you could do nachos, you could do burrito bowls, you could do a breakfast hash.
And the seasoning that we put on there just gets incorporated into the meat itself.
Exactly.
Right?
It's very universal. You can turn this into a lot of things. Now, when you do put it in the freezer, you could put it in the big bag. I like to do it in small bags, especially if you've only got, 1 to 2 people. Do it in the smaller bags, and that way you can pull it out for just a couple sandwiches or whatever you've got.
That is awesome, and what a great idea. That way you don't have to take out the big bag and try to break off chunks.
Exactly.
Because you're smashing it on the side of the counter. We've all done that.
We've all done that.
So don't pretend like you don't, but the smaller bags is great. Now,
Yes.
next question.
'Kay.
How long is this going to last in the freezer?
So cooked pork will last 3 to 4 months in the freezer.
Got it.
If you've got the raw pork, it's going to last longer, 6 to 12 months. But this will be good, at least 3 months, and it's going to be so good. It's not going to last
3 months. All right, so a lot of recipes are available on the Fareway website. So
Yep.
if people want to get over there and see you and Whitney doing your cooking magic, where
Yep.
can they go? What's the easiest place to go?
Fareway.com, and actually Wednesday we're going to be doing a whole cooking class with this. So if you'd like to tune in, you can get to that from our website as well.
That's even easier. Scan the QR code there to get you all the information. Fairway Dietitians.eventbrite IowaLive.com will get you so you can link up and watch that cooking class perfectly. Yeah. So happy Porktober.
Thank
to
you. I
too.
love it.
Almost at Rocktober, but Porktober. And thank you for watching, everybody. Have yourself a great day, and we'll see you back here tomorrow on Iowa Live. Bye, everybody.
Thank you.